It has been exactly 1 year since Egypt's President Mohamed Morsi took office, and the country is now bracing for its biggest anti-government protests in months. The unrest has been building up over the past week and has brought deadly chaos to Egypt's biggest cities. Our RT's Bel Trew met the people at the grassroots of the dissent.
Every day, local graffiti artist Mahmoud Yacoud paints a new anti-government mural just off Cairo's Tahrir Square. His latest, to mark nationwide protest Sunday, is in support of Tamarod, meaning rebel, a grassroots campaign collecting signatures calling for the resignation of President Mohamed Morsi.
As a citizen, I just want food, health, services and education. We don't have these. Instead, Morsi gave us just 3 pieces of bread a day. You can see by his belly he eats 10 in one meal.
Frustrated, Yacoud, like many, threw his support behind Tamarod, which has gathered over 18 million signatures. They hope to install a transitional government and call early presidential elections. Tamarod posters like these can be found across the capital. Not everyone believes that President Morsi will step down. However, the campaign has highlighted key problems in Egypt. The economy is in free fall. There's a worsening fuel and water shortages and a bread crisis on the horizon. Rights groups say that abuses and torture are rampant. Meanwhile, the government continues to restrict basic freedoms. Hafsa Halawa, sentenced to prison for working for a pro-democracy NGO in Egypt, says the explosion of post-revolution groups involved in civic engagement like Tamarod has been matched by government crackdowns.
You have activists being arrested, Tamarod campaign and other areas who've had their buildings, ransacked, and it's sort of continuing on with this conspiracy that's pushed by the government and by state actors against the people to imply that these civil society organisations threaten our national security.
Muslim Brotherhood officials, for their part, have said that many of those coming out on June 30th are thugs, and the problems in Egypt predate their president.
It's an accumulation of 30 years of dictatorship, of President Morsi was corrupt, and still we are suffering, so we need time. Dr. Morsi's administration needs time, at least 4 years, that people can judge really if he can really deal with these troubles or not.
However, millions agree that Morsi should be blamed, although they still have to strike an accord as to what exactly they want to replace him with.
Tamarod may be a people or idea, and around it today, those are called the 30th of June Front. They decided that they want to go with this political map that involves and includes the military, for instance, for internal security. And this is something that others like me and other movements as well totally disagree with. So you will have these two different views coming up in the future.
Whatever the president's reaction to the mass protest movement, it's clear that it's not going to abate, with June 30th set to become one of the biggest challenges yet for Egypt's beleaguered leader. Bel Trew for RT, Cairo.